Where have you been, my brothers and sisters? Just caught up in the day-to-day of making a living? Lost in TV shows where the advertisers bought time in your mind? Or out somewhere in cyberspace, trying to live some life that marketing departments made up for you? Or too drunk, too stoned, too medicated to care, or at least to do anything about it? I understand. I've been there myself. And we've all been occupied by corporate America and the military-industrial complex, just like our government has. But it's time to come back to ourselves. Occupy your own life, fully and deeply. Occupy your own body, your own mind, your heart. Occupy the present moment. Occupy the place that you live, your community, your humanity, your watershed, your bioregion, your continent, your planet, and damn it, your government. Occupying not like invaders, colonizers, developers, or corporate profiteers, but like native citizens, like native plants, reclaiming, re-inhabiting their own, reaching down roots that connect us to our billions of brothers and sisters around the world, to Mother Earth, to the life energy flowing through all living beings. We can become a homegrown grassroots rainbow volunteer army of love, occupying the soul of America. Thank you, Scoop, for that great introduction. I've been moved so much by Gary's work over the years, and I think there's definitely some little traces of it in that piece there. A very short new lyric poem. To be longing for belonging is worth much more than belongings, which soon will bore and be stuffing for a landfill's hole. When all along we all most long for nothing more than to belong and love to pour through our deepest core and make us whole. Particularly since Daniel is our host today, I want to credit the place that one of these next pieces came out in, sparring with Beatnik Goats Anthology. And if I can't remember the piece from memory, I may have to go there. But hopefully I'm going to be able to do it from memory. I'm actually going to do two pieces back to back, and then I'll be out of here. The first one is the rap that I wrote for the people of New Orleans after Katrina. And the second part is called Jazz Fest Oil Bleed. And I'll just go right from one into the other. After the flood has gone back down with the power of soul, rebuild this town like land where river mud has flowed. When the sun comes out, then good things grow. Not cement, wood, not glass, not steel. It's human love makes the city heal. We've got to learn to help each other inside. We're all sisters and brothers. Can't hope for help from the government. They gave the people up for Lent. It's all right, my child, to be afraid. But we got strength that just won't fade. Sometimes we walk, sometimes we wait, sometimes we gotta swim, and sometimes we parade. Giacomo, Fina, hey, we'll let the good times roll. Bon temps roulette. It's spring in New Orleans, in time for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, aka Jazz Fest. An annual extravagant feast of amazing music, While out on the Gulf of Mexico, a ruptured oil well hemorrhages its dirty, rusty blood, sending toxic waves toward the shore. Katrina returning, rotting from the grave. While Jazz Fest throbs deliciously on, swirls and pulsates with brass bands strutting like it's Mardi Gras Day, the Cajun and Zydeco bands letting the bon ton roulette, from many, many shades of the blues to gospel choirs praising, from R&B to soul to funkadelic to hip-hop, rock and roll from southern rock to British new wave to Seattle grunge, and all kinds of jazz bands swinging, bopping, grooving, and gracefully haunted by the bright spirit of Louis Armstrong, of the greasy slime of the hugest oil slick ever slides toward the Gulf Coast. A Mardi Gras Indian band chants, "Shallow water, oh mama, shallow water, oh mama." And what all is going to die in the oil-curdled shallow water, oh mama, shallow water, oh mama. Oysters, sea turtles, crabs, plankton, shrimp, dolphins, tunas, seals, and countless others killed for no one's dinner, like the pelicans, the Louisiana state bird, and a human way of life smothered with crude oil, fossilized in their own time. Don't wade in the water, don't wade in the water, children, don't wade in the water. There's poison there in the water. If only we could harness the joyous energy of Jazz Fest to stop the bleeding, or better yet, to push this nastiness back in the hole it came from, miles below the sea. Impossible, but maybe there's still a chance it could make us see we need this magical musical energy infinitely more than we need oil. Isn't this already so much more than enough? This feel-good music, this sumptuous food, jambalaya, gumbo, red beans and rice, crawfish etouffee, collard greens, shrimp cocktail, Creole hot tamales, fried oyster spinach salad, catfish almondine, sweet potato cookies, strawberry shortcake, pecan pie, etc. Who could really need more than this? And love, and a safe, healthy place to live. But here in the massive, indiscriminate sacrifice of our greedy oil addiction, the corporate drug dealer, peddling power from a dark place, loves to say it's taking full responsibility, but's unwilling to really pay for it, as though its bottom line was more important than life, human or otherwise, even of its own employees. Don't wade in a river, don't wade in the Mississippi River, don't wade in the river, way down yonder in New Orleans. And even the ecstatic last settlement festival with the Neville Brothers, the Radiators, Wayne Shorter, B.B. King, Richie Havens, the Wild Magnolias, a gospel choir, a Cajun band, and a New Orleans jazz band, all simultaneously on separate stages, raising their spirits and musical voices, working their mojo, juju, art voodoo, aren't able to even slightly slow the oily plague, the coming disaster. At the mouth of the Mississippi, where continent crossing Old Man River meets earth circling Mother Ocean, naturally is a place of fertility, diversity, creativity, vitality. Verdant delta lit by swamp, bayou, spawning grounds, estuary, but this is a dead song. This. Shallow water, oh mama, shallow water, oh mama, shallow water, oh mama, shallow water, oh mama. Let the oil addiction end and the healing begin.